In this video, we are going to talk about financial abuse in relationships. Financial abuse is a big topic in relationships, and what else can you do without finance? But if you are in an abusive relationship, your abuser will use finance as a tool or to control you. Right, I'm going to give you two scenarios. The first one is you are the one who's working and they are not working. Or they are working, but they're working less hours. Say, for example, here in the UK. Now, if you're working, they'll make sure that you pick up all the bills. The water bill, council tax, gas and electric. Right, say you also drive. You pay for that as well. Road tax, fuel, insurance, it's all on you. Okay, in a normal kind of setup, it will be our finances, right? And whoever can afford should be able to do it. That should not be a problem. But if now they start working, remember the first scenario? They started working, not just less hours, say more hours. Or maybe they're earning more money than you. And nothing has changed. You still need to pay for your council tax, your water bill, your gas and electric, food. Did I mention food? Clothing, your car business, like car. Unless if your car has got a loan, then you need to pay a car loan. I didn't have that. I always paid my car in full. So, car insurance, fuel, road tax. If your car needs to go for MOT, it's all on you. Right. In the beginning, or in the first scenario, you don't feel the burden because what else can you do? That's what is available. It's okay. I mean, it's our life at the moment, so maybe things will get better. Oh, why is this itchy? Go away. Why is it itchy for? Am I the only one who gets an itchy nose? Right. Let's go back to this. This is serious business. Right. So now I've just given you a scenario that when they start working, earning more money, they'll only let you know about what job they've gotten so that you support them, right? Which is normal, which is what is supposed to happen when your other half is starting work. Okay, but wait for month end. You'll never know how much they've gotten paid. Red flag. Why is that? I'm sure you probably don't want to sound like you want to know, so how much have you gotten paid and whatever. And then you wait for them to make a move, like to start opening up about what's happening finance-wise. Or maybe you're going to have a meeting, a family meeting, and talk about how the new income is going to change your lives. But that meeting never happens. That meeting never takes place. If you try to say, I've been waiting for you to talk about this, they'll tell you that, it's all gone. And then now you are confused. What do you mean it's all gone? Well, gone where? Okay. So they'll tell you whatever story they'll tell you. And then since you're already used to doing things, to carrying the whole family finances, you'll be like, oh, okay, maybe it was an emergency they needed to attend to, so that's fine. So you wait for the following month, right? You don't even realize this is financial abuse going on in your relationship. The following month, you probably think maybe because you probably get your pay slip before you get paid. So it's up to them to come to you and tell you how much they're expecting to come through that month. But no, they won't tell you. And you probably be guessing when they're getting paid. They'll just probably tell you end of the month, and you don't know what day, what date is end of the month. Do you get paid on Sunday? If the month is ending on Sunday. Okay. Now, there's obviously other things going on in that relationship, not just the financial abuse. They've already been emotionally abusing you, they've already been psychologically abusing you. So now you are actually walking on eggshells. You don't want to upset them because you can see that whenever you try to mention finances, they are like tense. The attitude changes towards you, and then you feel not safe. You feel like it's this is just gonna escalate to something you don't want. Right. So you leave it. Leave it for whatever. And then they don't do anything with their money. They don't. It's like they didn't get paid. Okay. Let's take another scenario of financial abuse. This is probably this is like my experiences that I'm sharing with you and my take on this topic of financial abuse. Right. So there are between jobs, which is okay. I mean, you've gone to college, you've gone to uni, you are doing something good because now it opens opportunities for you. You can now look for a higher paying job um, based on your qualification. Okay. So now, while they are waiting to start their new role, they'll, like with summertime, you want to do things. I mean, there's something about the sun. You just want to be adventurous. You want to travel. You want to do new experiences. And then they will be like, oh, this experience will be so good for kids before they start going back to school. And they'll have something to talk about when they get to school, stuff like that. And guess who's paying? Guess who's paying? Okay, you are paying, right? Because they've said something that's constructive, yeah. And you now try to imagine how life is going to be like when they start working. Because if we can do this with my pay, then how much more are we going to do with their pay? And them suggesting things like that, right? Uh, Normally, when you're dealing with an abuser, it's like a big baby. They won't be driving, right? And then they'll get in your car, and then they'll choose to sit at the back, not next to you. And you'll be traveling like 3 hours drive. I mean, if you know 3 hours drive, it's 70 miles an hour. You'll be going through the M1, M25, M6, you name it, the A19, the whatever, all the major roads to get to wherever you're going across the country. Okay. And then you'll be thinking, at least you must have something, just probably to buy kids something for lunch or snacks or for the rides. Because in this particular day or moment, we had gone to Peppa Pig World. Peppa Pig World. So hotel accommodation was on me. I didn't mind. I mean, it's a family holiday. Why not? But I was partly funding it on a credit card. I didn't mind that as well because this was something that could only be done at a certain time, and then people were going back to work, and kids were going back to school, so we just needed something to do. So I said I use that credit, right? Okay. Now they've started working, and I'm having to pay on top of the other things that I've spoken about. Now I've got credit card to pay. And then you think that when they start working, they'll be like, oh, that time when we went away, here's £500 or here's £100 towards the credit card. No, it's none of their business. Okay. Um, financial abuse can take various forms. The other thing will be like if there's anything going on. In my case, it was the cryptocurrency when it started. There was like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other exchanges that were starting, like Binance. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and there was other exchanges that I think they were just like making people buy on the ICOs, but it never like materialized. It was just like fundraising, and then they disappear with the money. Since then, that time it wasn't regulated, so anyone could just make up a website and then advertise that in Twitter that there's an ICO closing on whatever day. You can buy your tokens for this much money, and yeah. And I remember being told about that in the compound interest, that it's easy to become a millionaire. Oh, millionaire. So we were going to, and I was just thinking, why are people not doing that if it's that easy? And then you were like, oh, it's because people don't have money. And I'm thinking, and then they suggest that you can actually get a loan to pay for this, and then they'll actually sit down and show you the calculations that if from £10 or £1,000, it compounds every day, and in I can't remember how many days it takes for that £10 or £1,000 to become a million. And you're thinking, okay, that's nice. Let's go for it. So, when you apply for your loan, they ask you if somebody's asked you to apply, and then you'll be like, nah. You can't say somebody did because you want to feel like it's your responsibility, it's your account at the end of the day. And then they ask you, is it for a house renovation or to pay for an investment or things like that? And then you just be saying, no, 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 no. Right. Thank God it was just, I think it was £1,000 or 1,500 that I took, which was something manageable. I could pay it back. I didn't realize at the time that it was financial abuse. I just thought, oh, they were so caring. Oh, they actually want me to be a millionaire, or for us as a family to have better finances. So I'll give you an example of somebody I knew, a friend, should I say. Don't tell them. Don't tell them I'm talking about them. Okay. So I realized there was something wrong going on because their partner went away for a whole 6 months, and they were working to. I know it was their house, so obviously they were already used to paying for things by themselves. So they were paying for the utility bills and the rent by themselves. But the reason why they were living together with somebody was to lessen the burden. You know, if you do half half, then your money goes further. But now they went away for 6 whole months. I remember seeing my friend having lost a lot of weight. And then I was asking, what is going on? I mean, your body's all right, but I've never seen you like this. It's because they were like fasting. You know, if you know about anything about fasting for their boyfriend to come back. Now, that's not what I was more concerned about. What I was more concerned about is I they started doing driving lessons because they wanted to be able to drive. Because most jobs are it's easy to manage when you're driving instead of like having to spend a lot of time in transport. So they started doing driving lessons, and then when the boyfriend came back, the driving lessons stopped. So I was asking, what's happening? And then they were saying, "Oh, I don't have finances at the moment to fund my driving lessons." And I was like, "But you were doing it before. What's happened? What's changed?" Uh, they didn't like that. So if you find yourself not pursuing what you want to pursue, or because somebody's letting you pay for everything and even picking up their own lot, and you don't know what they're doing with their money, and if you try to talk about money, it ends up being a row. Um, that's financial abuse going on there. So that's my take on how financial abuse looks like. And if you're going through financial abuse right now, it's not just it's like I said, it is not just financial abuse going on. There's other things going on there. It could be your life could be in danger. So report that abuse so that you can get support and help for you to be able to thrive and enjoy your finances. I mean, you are working hard for it, so why shouldn't you be enjoying your money? So you can write in the comment section finance if you found this um, video helpful, and please share with your friends, like, subscribe so that we can support each other to heal from these types of abuse that happen to people like normal people like us. All right then, bye.